Happy Saturday, DC. You are watching the Connect Network on the CW, where every week we are making a major impact on your finances, your wealth, and your legacy. I'm Terry Calder, and I'm here with my incredible co-hosts, Aquania and Eliza, known as Ellie Talks Money. Good morning, ladies. Happy Saturday. How are you today?
Hey, Terry. How are you?
We are doing amazing. How are you, love?
I am doing amazing. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Like, let's go. So we are all in the finance industry. I am all over the credit sector. Aquania, you are the real estate queen, and Elle, you are helping families with generational wealth. I absolutely love it. And you are already building a whole empire, and we are going to level you up with investments and knowledge every single week. So Aquania, let's start with you. How did you get into the real estate realm?
Oh, man. Honestly, I was inspired by my dad. He is someone who's always been fascinated with passive income and watched his grandfather build a real estate empire in New York. So when I got about 16, he gave me Rich Dad Poor Dad and told me the importance of real estate and getting your own empire. And so as soon as I could, my husband and I took our property we had together and we rented it, and then we used savings to get more and life insurance to get more. And now we are into hotels and apartment syndication. So we've definitely transitioned throughout the years, but started out with rentals, and I love it.
I absolutely love it. So hold on. So that life insurance hack is something a lot of people don't know about. And I love that you educate everybody about that because it's something that we all have access to. That is absolutely amazing. And Elle, I am very impressed because your story started with selling a $10 product and making $1 million. That is literally unbelievable. Please share how you did that.
Oh my goodness. It has been a journey. My voice is not 100%, but I had to show up for all of you all today to make sure you get this value. So I started my business in the midst of the pandemic. I was laid off from my job and I applied to so many jobs and I was not getting hired. But that was a sign to me from God. God was saying, you know what, even if these jobs are not opening doors for you, you're going to take what you know how to do and open doors for yourself. And so I created courses educating women on how they can start their business, how to get funding for their business, and really how they can build wealth. And since then, it's just been an amazing ride. We have an incredible community. And yes, I can't wait to keep spreading the message.
Let me tell you something. This is why I love you, ladies, because you are building wealth while educating other people so that they can also build wealth. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I'm in the credit sector, and my journey started with being a single mother, going through foster care and group homes, and then learning that looking good on paper can literally change your life. And I was able to buy my first house at the age of 21 while only making $14 an hour. I call it my belief house. And you fast forward to where I am now. I use my platform with courses and YouTube to educate people on leveraging their personal and business credit to create legacy, inheritance, but more importantly, not to get into debt, to actually leverage to build wealth and get income producing assets. So it is a passion. It is a journey, and it is just it's rewarding to wake up every single day and do something that you actually love.
Yeah.
Terry, that is so awesome. You're doing a great job in that space. So, can we ask you quickly, what is something that people need to know when it comes to credit?
Yeah. So you know what? It's a mathematical equation. Like literally, if you do that, right? I think people forget that and they think that it's so biased, but literally the reason why it's so powerful is because we all have access to it. So just by doing a couple of things on time, being consistent, paying a couple of things, you can go in front of a lender who can give you money for, look, a hotel, give you money for courses, give you money to become a self-employed entrepreneur, to buy apartment buildings, and you can create legacy. So it's about financial literacy, like learning it, actually doing the activity, and then the blessing comes when you duplicate it. You show somebody else.
Yes, I love that. That is amazing.
Well, this is so good. So coming up next, we're going to be making a major impact on your money. Okay, let's talk that money after the break. So we'll see you in a bit.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Ananda Lewis. I help women thrive. You can find me on Instagram at I'm Ananda Lewis or on my new app, Elixir, available in all app stores right now. And you're watching the Connect Network TV.
95% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi, winners. My name is Terry Kauser, and I'm a credit expert. And I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
If you are ready to keep your hair, scalp, skin, and lips hydrated this season, our vegan and gluten-free all-purpose moisturizers are just for you. Carefully formulated with fine ingredients to purify and nourish the skin and scalp at the same time without harsh chemicals. Shop It's Made For Me today. The end result will be strong, healthy hair and smoother, softer, clearer skin.
Hi guys, it's Ty Hunter. Please check out my new book, Makeover From Within, and you're watching the Connect Network.
I'm Chris Lamont. I'm Calvin Lamont, and we are from HETV's Buy to Build It, and you can follow us on Instagram at the Chris Lamont and at the Calvin Lamont, and we're excited to be here. Find us on the Connect Network TV. Stay tuned.
Let's face it, social media depends on great graphic design. It boosts engagement, improves user experience, and makes advertising more effective. Stand out in a crowded feed and capture the attention of potential followers and clients today. Learn more at theconnectonline.com. We've got you covered.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
Let me guess, life has got you down, but you are ready to get on the path to creating positive and forward momentum and being empowered. A tragedy gave birth to this powerhouse entrepreneur, and now she leads women everywhere. Meet Coach G. She is trained, certified, and leading the way for women. Text The Connect Show to 832-844-6940 for your free discovery call. And join our free subscription today.
What's up? It's your girl, Tisha Campbell. You will see me soon on the J Team with Miss JoJo Siwa playing a villain. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back to Major Impact right here on the Connect Network TV. So let's really get into it, ladies. For those looking to start investing today, where do you ladies recommend they begin, right? Is it stocks, Is it real estate? What are your thoughts? Because there are so many ways and methods to build wealth. So I want to know what you all think about that.
I think most people should start where they are. And one of the things is to look at your own numbers and know what they are. If you have debt, you need to add it up and figure out how much you owe. If you're at an employer, figure out how much do you make, how much are you spending on your bills, and how much are you investing in your retirement account and in your savings. Those are great places to start. And if you are already maxing out, meaning you have 3 to 6 months saved in your emergency fund, you are contributing to your employer account, and you're doing the max you can, that's when you should start to look at investing elsewhere. But I definitely think the first place to start is to know your numbers, because that way you know exactly what you can afford to do and what you're already doing.
Love
I
it.
love that. And that's so creative. I think people often feel like they have to already have a lot of money to start building wealth, when in reality, it's just about making a few small changes that really get you going. And like you said, that extra money you start making can really supercharge your wealth. So let's dive more into this. For those that are looking to become a little bit more inclined and educated about money and wealth, besides our show, where do you guys recommend viewers go to just learn?
Ooh, I don't know. Is this a good time to say follow all of us on Instagram?
A little plug.
Yes, just a little. I'm at The Purpose of Money on Instagram, where I share free wealth building tips and strategies. And I also highlight other entrepreneurs and people of color who are doing it too. So I definitely think one space is on Instagram, finding people who are like-minded, doing what you're interested in doing, and getting to places that you want to go, right? So that way you have consistent motivation, inspiration, and how-to tips to teach you how to get into real estate, how to invest in hotels, and everything else you want to do too. So follow us all on Instagram.
Look, I love it. And I will piggyback on that and say that I have Terry's tips on YouTube. So super free resource, and there are free playlists, one on business credit, on credit scores, and also on repairing your credit on your actual own. And so, like Elle, I have courses, and I think we all have that space where we can actually educate. But the free resource, look, everybody loves free. That's a favorite price, is YouTube.
Yes, I agree. And, definitely follow us, right? Connect with all of us. And I know of myself, I teach free master classes every single week, every Thursday. So if you really want to learn about getting funding, getting capital, building wealth, building your business, you can definitely tap into that as well. The free information is definitely out there. Don't feel like you can only learn by paying. You can still make great progress if, you can just do free 99 right now. So since we're talking about money, all of us are entrepreneurs. We all have a business. Let's talk about capital and venture capital. What are y'all's thoughts on seeking investors to help connect the dots financially? I know Terry and I both educate on funding and business credit, but let's dive a little bit deeper. What are some other ways that people can get capital into their business?
Oh man. So using other people's money, AKA investors, is a great way to bring in more ideas, personalities, and money. And I have been an investor in quite a few ventures myself. So one of the things I would say to anyone who is seeking investors is to have a solid plan, because as an investor, I want to know where my money's going. I want to know how you're going to spend it, and how are you going to ensure a return on my investment.
Absolutely love that. That is great, solid advice. And guess what? There's a hidden gem that I think people don't know about. So on the SBA's website, the Small Business Administration, there's actually an investing tab where they have venture capitalists. And let me tell you why it's so powerful. It's because literally you can go by your state and it will tell you what kind of firms are in your actual area. And then they tell you who they fund, what the criteria is, and you can actually just go ahead and apply with them. And then they have either, equity options, or they have like loan payback terms. It really depends, but literally it's a free resource. And the reason why these lenders are so powerful is because they're backed by the SBA. So they have money that they want to give you some money. And it's literally right there as a free resource for you to actually check and kind of vet, having, a credible source to invest into your business.
I absolutely love that. That is such a great option. And, I want to add to that there's a great foundation or a fund. It's called 37 Angels, and they're an angel investing company. So I want people to know as well, yes, there's investors who are going to invest and sometimes want equity, but you can also look for angel investments where they're just going to really, give you the money, of course, with some guidance, but they're not taking an investment percentage. So some important things you're going to want to have are a business plan. You're also going to want to have decent credit. Okay, we got to get this credit together. And it can definitely be helpful to already have a little bit of experience in your business, maybe 6 months or a year, just so you have some skin in the game.
Love that. Yes, angel investors are amazing. And I think we all should be using other people's money whenever possible to level up our businesses and get them to the next level. But I love what you said, Ellie, about being in business first, right? So 6 months to a year or more to prove that you know what you're doing and you know how to do it. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but you definitely have to get started. So, this is so exciting.
It is so good. So coming up next, we have a lot of celebrities in the headlines, okay? So we're talking some hot topics, all right? So come right back.
Candy and dessert tables are the most popular party trends, and they are here to stay. In this course, we will walk you through our step-by-step plan on creating some of our most popular candy tables and teach you how to make money while doing it. How much candy will I need? How much should I charge? And what kind of inventory should I have? We've got the answers at thepartypreneurschool.com.
I help women make money and increase their net worth. You can find me at mommymillionaire.co, and you can watch me on the Connect Network TV. Make sure to tune in.
Face it, social media depends on great graphic design. It boosts engagement, improves user experience, and makes advertising more effective. Stand out in a crowded feed and capture the attention of potential followers and clients today. Learn more at theconnectonline.com. We've got you covered.
All right, are you ready to bring your brand to television? Listen, it is possible, and it's possible without pitching to all of the different networks across the country, across the world, and begging for a seat at their table. Listen, come check us out on The Connect Show. We broadcast on the CW network every single week, reaching more than 2 million households. And what we do is help you build and promote and market your brand in front of an audience that actually has a pocketbook. They actually want to spend money and better themselves, better their strategies, their systems. We focus on women in business and female entrepreneurs. So if you are building a brand that you know has the potential to be so much bigger, or if you're prepared and ready to scale, join us today. You can register to be a guest at theconnectonline.com.
Welcome back to Major Impact, where we are leveling up your finances, your wealth, and your legacy. So when it comes to money, celebrities are just like many people. They spend too much, save too little, and make plenty of poor money choices. What would you guess are some of the greatest financial mistakes they make? Give me some ideas, ladies. What do you think?
Listen. I'm like, where do we start? Not investing. Like not growing your money. If you just spending, you're not putting it anywhere to actually grow. Like not having a backup plan, because think about it. When you're an athlete, that's not a very long career. Like they actually have a short amount. They have a short amount of time that they're actually in their prime. And so not getting the education and the guidance to actually grow your money, have long-term investments, multiply, just educating yourself about, what can you do so this can withstand you is like a huge mistake that a lot of them make.
I totally agree. And I think that because so many of them are young, they're first-time millionaires, there's no money conversations being had. There's no money education. Nobody's budgeting, right? And I think the biggest thing that's missing is, they go and buy a lot of nice things. And mind you, I know we all like nice things, right? But there's a strategy where they should put their money in things that actually generate passive income and then use that passive income to go buy the nice stuff.
But another issue that tends to come up is the not being able to say no. Y'all remember MC Hammer? Yes. MC Hammer reportedly had like a staff of 200 people on his payroll. It was costing him $500,000 a month. And most of those folks were friends and family who were not really working for the money. As entrepreneurs with successful businesses, what advice do you have for those who just can't say no?
And it was costing him $500,000 a month, right? $500,000.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Go.
Like it makes my stomach hurt thinking about it. But I think that, saying no is hard, right? Especially when you come up, you've got friends and family, and you want your friends and family to experience this new life with you. But I think it's very important to have checks and balances and look at, okay, number one, who's priority for me to hire? And secondly, what is this actually going to do for my bottom line? Because I'm at the point where I've hired my mom and my dad. And of course that is to bless them, but also there's some benefit to me in a way where even if they're not working in the company, they're doing things that are helping me with my business. So I think you really have to look at, I want to be able to help you, but let me make sure it makes sense for me, because if you don't look after yourself, then nobody makes money.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Terry, what do you think? How many family members you got on a payroll?
0 and 0. 0.00. Look, I am going to lie to you, ladies. So there's a fine line between, that business and that family. And it's great that you're able to make it work. Sometimes that could be a downfall for some people. And you said the key word, boundaries. And so one thing that I usually ask myself when I'm in a situation like that is like, what is the worst that can happen? And with this scenario, it's a whole lot. So because that risk was really, really high, it helped me say no and kind of articulate the reason why. But what I will say is a tip for everybody is have a buffer. if you're the person that wants to be liked by everybody and be really nice, maybe you have, an assistant or an admin or a manager or somebody who's on your staff who can say, hey, I'm in charge of the hiring and the firing, or I'm in charge of personnel, and be that that go-to in between you to kind of deliver the message. We're not hiring right now. This isn't the best fit. If you're not actually able, I promise you on this road, you'll get there. You'll get there one day. But if you're not able in the beginning to be that person to say that, get somebody who can do that for you. Because
I love that. I love that. So having a team that can support you and help you say no. Oh, this was so good, ladies. So, okay. So we talked about this a little bit, but what do you think about wearing your assets? So that's another big one that celebrities do, is celebrities will often spend money on high-end brands that they often only wear once or twice. And when the time comes and the gig's over, that item is just left in the closet, and their biggest assets end up being their clothes, shoes, and jewelry. For example, Erica Girardi, aka Erica Jane from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, recently found herself in a predicament where she had to sell her clothing for a fraction of the cost she paid just to survive. What do you think about this issue, and what advice do we have for our viewers today?
Yeah. Look,
right.
So let me say this. So it can be hard, right? Because when you haven't had that lifestyle, that's like the very first thing. Like you want to enjoy the nicer things. You just haven't done it before, so it feels good. So what I would say is that if you're being endorsed, right? If you're like a sponsor or something of that nature, you're still or an affiliate, and you're still getting paid, then that could be wise. That could be some passive income. But what I would say is that Get some personal growth, get a coach or a mentor who can pour into you. I think that's one thing that has been like super, super helpful to me in my journey, is having somebody that I'm accountable to who can kind of correct me a little bit. We don't have that, especially as adults who can say, is that the best thing right now? And what I want to say about the situation is that it's hard. Can we just be honest? Entrepreneurship is hard. It's rewarding. It's the best thing. It's the best decision I ever made in my life. But you have these ups and downs. And so when I hear a story like that, first we're like, oh my gosh. But then I'm like, I know sometimes where I almost hit the ground, right? And then because we're in this space, I was able to pull myself out. But that's why just educating yourself and being okay if you make some mistakes. Look, if you make some mistakes, we're going to fix it and do better next time. It's not the end of the world. So I'm sure she'll recover absolutely fine.
All that is temporary, right? What really matters is, what can I leave behind to my kids? Not how fly is this Instagram picture going to be, because no one's going to know whether you bought the Gucci bag or whether you rented it, And do you guys remember Chad Ochocinco? He just used to buy like jewelry from Claire's, and he would rent stuff, and most of the jewelry he wore was fake, but he did it for the image, but he wasn't going broke, and nobody ever knew.
Smart.
Stay tuned. Continue to watch the show, because that's what we're doing here. And I want you guys to just drop now. How can people reach you? I already mentioned I'm on Instagram at The Purpose of Money and at thepurposeofmoney.com. But Ellie and Terry, let everyone know where they can find you too.
Yes, so you all can find me everywhere at Ellie Talks Money on all platforms. And you can also go to my website, elevatedacademy.com.
Yes, absolutely. And I am Terry Kauser. I'm mostly on YouTube and Instagram, but I'm everywhere else as well. And my website is Credit Leverage Lifestyle. So we can't wait to connect with you all.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you next week right here on CWDC.
You're watching the Connect Network TV on the CW.